Today's Daily Dose of Math is discussing whether there is a third vanishing point. In a previous video, I drew this diagram, and in it I put 3 vanishing points, including one that's below the right prism, which is our object. But do we want to draw objects so that there is a third vanishing point at the bottom? We don't have to. Let's try taking away all of these blue lines so we can see a little better. Okay, now we look at the vertical edges of our right prism. And we can still see that they are tilted. They're not all really vertical. And they do look like they're going to cross at this vanishing point down here below. But what about in a photograph? In this photograph, I just showed 2 vanishing points on the left and on the right. And the vertical edges of the building, like here and here and here, look vertical. They don't really look like they're reaching a vanishing point below the building. But let's test that a little bit. I'll move this photo up to the top of my video rectangle and I'll make it smaller. Okay, now we can play around with this. I'll draw lines, nice thin lines, and I'll try and draw through those vertical edges of the building. That one's pretty good. Now this edge at the right side of the building. And finally I'll do one here. I can't really use the left edge of the building because it's too small. I can't even see it really. My results seem to indicate that in this view we have the building in the photograph, there is no third vanishing point below. These lines don't look like they are eventually going to cross. Or if they will cross, it will be very far below. But of course, this photograph was taken by somebody who was standing in the parking lot. It was not taken from the air like from an airplane or a drone. Let's go back to our earlier drawing of the green right prism. If this green right prism were a building, this viewpoint would be from up high above it. And that makes it look a little different. We might get a different result from our experiment if we tried to search for that third vanishing point below the building, but in a photograph that was taken from a drone or from an airplane. But I guess to do that we'll have to wait for my school to pay for a drone for me to use. And I need it to be a good drone that flies pretty high. So I think in our drawings, it's good enough to just imagine vanishing points on the left and the right, if you're using 2 vanishing points, or to do a drawing with only 1 vanishing point. And we don't really need to consider a vanishing point below the object in the drawing. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please like, subscribe, and share.